He didn't check the screen twice. He didn't lower his voice. A white male receptionist looked at her reservation, looked at her face, and decided the answer out loud. "We don't serve people like you here." The lobby heard it. Guests paused. Silence sided with him. She didn't argue. She didn't explain. She let the denial stretch, let arrogance grow comfortable, let the humiliation become undeniable. What no one in that room understood was this: every second of refusal was building a case. And when the truth surfaced, it wouldn't just embarrass them, it would end them. The denial was delivered like policy, not opinion. Elena Brooks stood at the front desk with a confirmed reservation on the screen, and the white male receptionist barely glanced at it before making his decision public. "We don't serve people like you here," he said, loud enough for the lobby to absorb. Conversations slowed. A few guests turned. Others pretended not to hear. Silence took a side. Elena didn't raise her voice. "My reservation is under Brooks," she said. He smirked and tapped the keyboard once, theatrically. "System doesn't show it," he replied. "Try somewhere else." A manager lingered near the elevators, watching without intervening. Phones hovered at chest height. The receptionist leaned back, comfortable now. "You're blocking the desk," he added. Elena stayed where she was. "Ma'am," he said, sharper. "This is a private property." She nodded. "I know." That irritated him. He stood, squared his shoulders, and waved a hand toward the doors. "Let's keep this moving." Guests whispered. Someone laughed. The manager finally stepped closer. "Is there a problem?" "She doesn't have a reservation," the receptionist said, "and she's refusing to leave." Elena met the manager's eyes. "I do," she said. "And I'm not." The manager sighed, already choosing a side. "We'll need to verify. Please wait over there." "I'll wait here," Elena replied. Security appeared without urgency, which made it worse. They didn't ask questions. They didn't look at the screen. One stood between her and the desk. A quiet wall. The receptionist smiled and folded his arms. "See?" he said to the lobby. Simple. Elena took out her phone and set it face up on the counter. "Please repeat what you said." The receptionist laughed. "Now you're recording?" "Yes," she said. He leaned in. "We don't serve people like you." The words hung there. The manager shifted uncomfortably but said nothing. A guest murmured, "That's rough." Another guest kept filming. Elena nodded once. "Thank you." She tapped her phone. A message sent. No theatrics, no warning. Minutes passed. The receptionist grew bored. "Time's up," he said. "Either you leave or we call this in." "Call it," Elena said. He did, loud enough to perform. Uncooperative guest at the desk. The manager checked his watch. "This is getting embarrassing." "For who?" Elena asked. He didn't answer. The lobby doors opened again. A woman with a tablet entered, scanning the room with practiced focus. She stopped at the desk and looked at Elena. "Ms. Brooks?" "Yes," Elena said. The receptionist scoffed. "She's claiming—" The woman raised a finger without looking at him. "I'm from corporate compliance." The room recalibrated. She turned the tablet so the manager could see. "Reservation confirmed, prepaid, executive tier." The receptionist's smile wavered. "That doesn't mean—" The woman kept going. "Ownership verification? Complete." The manager's face drained. "Ownership of what?" Elena spoke calmly. "Of the parent company." The receptionist laughed, too loud. "That's impossible." The woman nodded once. "It isn't." Phones rose higher. The manager tried to recover. "We can resolve this privately." Elena shook her head. "You made it public." The woman from compliance tapped her tablet. Screens behind the desk updated. Access logs appeared. Timestamps, names. The receptionist's posture changed. "Effective immediately," the woman said. "Front desk operations are suspended pending review." The receptionist stepped back. "You can't—" "I can," Elena said. She looked at the manager. "You watch this." He swallowed. "We didn't know." "That's the pattern," Elena replied. Security shifted, suddenly unsure. The receptionist tried again. "She provoked this." Elena met his eyes. "You denied service, escalated, and repeated it on record." The woman from compliance spoke again. "Termination processing for the receptionist is active." The lobby exhaled. The receptionist's voice cracked. "For a misunderstanding?" Elena answered. "For a decision." The manager's phone chimed. He looked down and froze. "My access is paused," the woman said. "Pending investigation." A guest near the cafe said quietly, "She warned them." Elena turned to the lobby. "Silence protects behavior like this," she said. "So does speed." She faced the desk again. "Restore the reservation." The woman nodded. "Done." Elena didn't move toward the elevators. She stayed. "There's more." The compliance officer tapped again. "Regional review initiated." The manager sank into a chair. "We've always done it this way." Elena's reply was measured. "Then it ends today." The receptionist was escorted away without ceremony. Cameras followed until the doors closed. The manager remained, staring at the counter where Elena's phone still recorded. Elena picked it up. "You had choices," she said to him. "You chose comfort." He nodded, small. "What happens now?" She answered without heat. "Accountability." The compliance officer closed the tablet. "We'll need statements." Elena finally turned toward the elevators. Guests parted. Some looked ashamed. Others looked relieved. As the doors closed, a message pinged across the lobby screens. "Service standards under review." The room sat with it. Elena reached her floor and stopped. She didn't smile. She didn't celebrate. She simply let the consequences continue without her. They thought denial was power. They learned it was evidence. Shocked by that denial, like, share, and comment one word this moment represents: dignity, power, justice, or accountability, and subscribe for more stories where silence wins.